Definitely want to walk over there and check that.
I'm gonna spray the.
Oh yeah, got it. Got an extra one over there. I'm gonna go with his.
Well, I can do it quickly.
Well, hello there, our B.R.O folks. Well, as as the lead in, I'm gonna show what Rachel and I were just dealing with. I brought the steel chainsaw, the Farm Boss, over here, put it to its first task. My sweet daughter and son got it for me for Father's Day last year, and all that. So I was finally able to put it to use. Anyway, welcome to week 12 and the final B.R.O scouting vlog of 2024. The next time we'll be coming to you will actually be from the stands. Deer season opens today here where we are in game zone 4. It's bow and primitive weapon. We don't use either, and it's still too blamed hot to try to get out in this mess. And so we're patient. We actually pretty well wait till gun season opens to do anything, which is September 1st. And we can use all of our tags, which we get 13 total if we get all tags available to us. And that's a bunch of doe tags. So we wait till we can use the doe tags and all that stuff. But anyway, we're going to ride through here. Hopefully we're not going to have any more storm damage across the roads and all that anyway that we're going to have to deal with. We've got to come back over here one more time for a work day to try to get some loose ends tied up. And I'll probably shoot a little B-roll of that and bring y'all along for that final the final countdown before we're getting ready to go climb in these things. So anyway, y'all come right along with us one last time for the B.R.O Scouting Vlogs 2024. Alrighty. Whew. Well, folks, we're kind of back on a regular routine that y'all were used to. We come over here on the west side of the property first and end up at Sandhill stand first instead of next to last. So we'll actually be back at Sandhill first. Ow! That's right through the clear coat there. See a few little trees going down there to Soggy bottom. But I got to get the bush hog in here. Got a bush hog that got a good deal on him. Got ready to go, got it running, and got to pull behind with the 4-wheeler, and I got to get that in here, cut out this shooting lane. Alrighty. Oh yeah. All right. It's folks. It was the highs was only going to be in the mid or upper 80s today, and you can tell it's warm, but it ain't that usual mid-August burn your face off hot here in the Midlands of South Carolina. But the animals have eaten everything. It feels like deer season is in the air. It really does. So we got to get that mess cut down, and we got to rewrap the Sandhill stand up there. But we'll be able to get all this cut down, limb all these planted pines, which all you do is you just limb them up as far as you can reach. You're not going to hurt the timber. You just limb it off up as far as you can reach so you can see up under it. And that's what we got to do here. And it'll seem like we completely widened out the shooting lane here whenever you trim it up like that where you can see up under it. But we're going to need one more trip with the bush hog. So let's see if our bucks are still hanging around that we've had coming through here the last few weeks. very soggy bottom.
I wonder if the water's still standing when we're sending.
They've had recent storms here that we haven't had.
Oh, it poured Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Ooh, it's getting slick. That was the last time we were here. It felt like the whole topsoil was loose. It still feels that way.
There was water standing there.
Yeah, we had 6 inches of water standing down here. And it looks like, well, we're not standing in water, but it is still very, very wet. The mosquitoes are loving it. Don't look like there's anything left this week. Nope, there's not. Nothing left this week. Okay, folks. Well, today, instead of being the last stop, it's the second stop down here at Soggy Bottom. Holy cow, we got mosquitoes they've been bouncing off the side of the truck. Sound like somebody was throwing golf balls at the truck. So, you know, there's a lot of places they call them mosquitoes, you know, around, we call them birds if they weren't mosquitoes. So anyway, there's nothing left here at the Soggy Bottom this week, folks. The salt blocks are all gone. Rachel and I are going to have to make a trip to Tractor Supply this weekend. We ain't going to have no choice. No choice for sure. We're going to be out of salt blocks just about everywhere where the water has stood back here. And it looks like it has just recessed a little bit. Hopefully the camera worked long enough for us to get some decent pictures. We swapped it out last week, so maybe we got some decent video this week. Let's see. See if things have picked up here at Persimmon this week. The last couple of weeks especially, the deer have been mainly just passing through because there was so many blame mushrooms. It was just, mushrooms were everywhere. It got so warm, we'd gotten so much rain, and see all the spore storms that were coming out of these things. It was just unbelievable, all the mushrooms. There ain't no corn left here this week.
No, Muscadine warming up.
Yeah, and now, like Rachel said, we got the Muscadines warming up now to be the next thing, and I think they're starting to ripen up right now. Yeah, here we are at Persimmon, and we're starting to see Muscadines. I know at home we got wild Muscadines growing all on the backside of the Ponderosa back there, and they're just hanging in fruit. So imagine it's going to be the same here. There's a lot of Muscadine vines around here. Oh, hang on. What does the sign look like, honey? Oh, that's a big track right there. But some of those good bucks have been passing through here. Oh yeah, we got some fresh sign. Maybe even been here this morning, big and small. Lots of it. That's great. Love seeing big and small and lots of it. All right, while Rachel gets us some corn back in this feeder, then let's check the camera over there and see what we got this week here at Persimmon. the trees have grown so much. It'd be about the only way, but you'd have to cut all the limbs off of all this on either side to have it opened up enough. And pull a bush hog through all these little channels and all that here. Big old fire ant mound that's been started right there. Yeah, it is. The back of the truck's gonna be right on it, honey.
Yep.
Okay, we have made it over to the eastern side of the property, to the big plot stand, which is no longer big and no longer plotted. But anyway, why change the name? Like it's a cool name. At least there's shade here. God almighty, what a massive fire ant mound. Yo, hang on, let me show you all this fire ant mound. Look at that fire ant mountain. Back wheel just sitting in. I told Rachel, be careful of that. Good gracious. If I'd have known that, I'd have thrown some fire ant killer in the truck, and we'd have thrown it on there. Maybe remember to do it on work day next week. But anyway, God, there's just a sliver of salt left here. The mineral block's going to be about gone. We're going to have to get that replenished this week. So, but it looks like there's been plenty of activity going on here at Big Plot this week. Let's check the camera and see what the camera saw. water. Oh man, it's still standing here. Gracious. I hope I don't get my feet wet. Anything left? Okie dokie. To a very wet middle road stand. I don't know if y'all could hear it on the dash camera, but the water was just getting splashed out in all directions. Okay, I got to grab a 64 gig card for here today. I actually remembered to do it. Y'all hang on. How'd it look, darling? Anything left?
Oh no, there was nothing left.
Nothing
The
left?
feeder was spun all the way to the back.
Well, usually that means the coons have been getting mad with it and roughing it up when ain't got no corn. All right, well, the iZeeker will supposed to take up to 128 gig, but I got a 64 gig. I think I had to put a 32 in it last week. I don't know. Maybe I did get a 64 in it. Anyway, we may get a full week out of it this week. Let's see. these are going to have to be cut. Probably that one right there. And those. Outlaw still looks great. Okay, my peeps, Outlaw today is the last stop. And as I commented coming down here, it's still beautiful. After Mr. Vern cut everything for us here, it is going to be a great stand this fall. Hey, y'all can see Outlaw stand down yonder. Oh, it's 80 yards from there to the feeder. And there's not a kernel of corn left here. Just a couple of slivers. Piles of deer tracks in the clay, but they still come up. They drink that salty water, and you can see the salt residue, the mineral block residue, all in that mud puddle right there. Even though these blocks are gone, they'll eat that clay. They'll eat the minerals in that sand and all that there. Sand and clay all mixed up. All right, Rachel and I are gonna get some corn in the feeder here, and we're gonna check the Outlaw eye on the tree and see what we had moving around over here this week. Well, folks, Rachel and I are wrapping up B.R.O, the B.R.O Scouting Vlogs 2024 here at the Outlaw stand. I can tell you, folks, it almost starts to feel like fall is in the air. It's just like you can just about start feeling it. That it's going to be, it's just right here around the corner. So the season opens for us here today. That's hard to believe. The deer season is already open here in the Midlands of South Carolina in game zones 3 and 4. Down Big Pencil, the Creole boys. And I'm not even sure if Cam and the crew, JC Cameron, if they're down around Yamasee or Beaufort, I can't remember. But those are some great dog hunting channels, and they're going to be posting some good stuff here soon. I guarantee it. And with the B.R.O crew, we got to wait till after September 1st before we can start getting some of those dog drives posted. But anyway, Rachel and I really appreciate y'all riding along. It's been a dozen episodes this year. Y'all riding along with us here on the Scouting Vlogs in 2024. I think we're going to have a great season coming up here. We ought to have some really good stuff to bring y'all out of deer stands this year. I've got some excellent stuff planned. If it all comes together, it ought to be really, really cool how we get some camera angles and all that on these hunts this year. Anyway, a lot of stuff to look forward to, and we look forward to bringing it to you guys. We love you a lot. We'll see you in the deer stand here very shortly. Bye-bye.